All right, this screencast brought to you by Liam's bedroom, which I'm currently sitting in because I'm too self-conscious to teach lessons in front of my wife while she's working from home. So here's a giant Buzz Lightyear figure. That's pretty cool. That I'll probably play with during
Fear is not in my vocabulary.
during my teaching here. So good job, everybody. So we're gonna do day 2 of Ken Coleman's 12 tips. And we finished on number 4, so we're going to go ahead and get started on number 5. My face is about to disappear. Bye. All right. So, tip 5, bring a copy or copies of your resume or portfolio, depending on what kind of job you are interviewing for. So, just because you sent in digital copies of like your cover letter, your resume, your references does not mean that the interviewer has a print copy printed off. In case they forget or they just don't want to, you can provide them with one. And the reason why this is important is because it shows that you're always prepared. So you always want to be the super organized person. You always want to be the person who's thinking 2 steps ahead. Part of this is the idea that you're taking this very seriously. That's what you want to convey to the interviewer. Also, if you have the ability and the money to do so, go out and buy a pack of nice, they call it resume paper. It's a little bit thicker than computer copy paper, and it's a little bit nicer. It's normally like a cream color instead of white, but it just shows that you're taking the interview process seriously. Tip number 6, don't lie or overshare. So, according to Ken Coleman, 66% of human resource managers claim that catching someone lying in an interview is an instant deal breaker. Lying shows that you cannot be trusted with even the most trivial of things. If you're going to lie about yourself in a job interview, what else are you going to lie about? For a lot of people, oversharing is also a challenge. If they ask about your last job, just give your responsibilities and maybe something you enjoyed. Anything more, like if you were to accidentally or purposefully say something bad about your last employer, it might create unnecessary questions that you may be unprepared for. So you want to keep your answers as short and sweet as possible without lying and without oversharing. Number 7, be yourself. This one I'm a little nervous about for some of you guys. HR managers work with people for a living. They can tell when you're not being authentic or real with them. And so, in Ken Coleman's words, stay in your lane. Don't try to be someone you're not. So if you're not normally the person that's really easygoing and cracking jokes and being that kind of like bubbly extrovert, don't try to be that person in an interview. It's going to come across as weird and awkward, and you don't want to convey that during a job interview. Number 8, check your nonverbal cues. This is also important, and we talked a little bit about this when we went over our 7 habits. So make eye contact, smile, sit up, lean in, nod your head when people are talking. This shows engagement. Take notes. It is okay for you to bring a notebook and write down important information. It shouldn't be a My Little Pony notebook, but it can be something as simple as just like a college ruled paper notebook that you can get for 25 cents at Walmart. Also, you can use that notebook to have pre-written questions that you can ask the interviewer, because normally at the end of an interview, they're going to ask you, what questions do you have for me? It doesn't look really good when you say, no, I don't have any questions. You always want to ask some kind of question. So you can pre-write those questions in there and have them ahead of time so you don't have to make one up on the spot. So that's our 4 interview tips for today. Make sure that you check this out on Edpuzzle and Google Classroom to make sure that you're getting all of your credit for these videos. Thanks so much, guys.